Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Meets Vodka. I'm your host, Raya, and I'm handling life one shot at a time. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things pop culture, celebrities, gossip, trends, and let's become best friends. What? I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. What's up, guys? Coming live from the studio at a weekend at Bernie's because I forgot my makeup. And it's been a crazy morning with the daylight savings time. And technically, I was on time an hour before I was supposed to be here. But forgot everything, hair straight, no makeup. So we're doing a sunglasses CSI Miami-Dade County. Isn't that what it's called, Miami-Dade? Isn't that their county? Which I just think is actually so fitting for this episode because Miami is breaking up with spring break. And we'll get into that a little bit later. Announcements. If you guys are loving the show, just straight up loving it, okay? Please feel free to donate to the show at the link in our link tree. It's everywhere. It's posted everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, in the show notes. It will be now. It hasn't been, but it will be now. We need to add that in there. Please donate whatever you want. There are preset payment options, but you can definitely go up in quantity if that is what you choose, because every little bit helps and it helps pour back into the show, this amazing studio and everything like that. If you want to be a guest, we have some great lineups this, the rest of the year coming and everything like that. Please fill out our guest form also at the link in our bio, website, everything like that. Also, speaking of website, it will be coming live soon. I'm so excited. We are doing the finishing touches on our website and, any announcements, newsletter, which is going to be coming in probably the last quarter or third to last quarter of the year. Something that we need to talk about and discuss because everybody's probably like, what do you mean? What newsletter? I just made it up. But if you guys want to sign up for announcements or anything like that, that would be where you need to go. Okay, cool. We, for our drink of the week this week, we on our Brews and Booze reviews, we have Loverboy Sparkling Hard Tea, White Tea, Peach. Now, I'm a huge fan of Summer House. It always gives me the worst FOMO as a fire sign. I need to be partying with my fellow fire signs. Kyle says summer should be fun, and I absolutely agree. Okay, White Tea Peach kissed with lavender, 4.2% ALV. Okay, hold on. 4.2% alcohol. There we go. Zero sugar, 90 calorie. Yeah.
4.2.
I just love Amanda's touch on the graphics. I really love their marketing. Like, I think in the graphics, it's so good.
How much percentage is like White Claws? Is it around that same?
5?
Oh, okay.
I made that up. I don't know.
Like 4.2 just sounds kind of low.
I love how we're just comparing every seltzer to White Claw. Like,
I had a dream that you were...
5%. White Claw is 5%.
I had a dream that you were doing a Booze and Brews review on White Claw.
Last night?
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Why? Like, everybody knows what a White Claw tastes like.
You guys, we're doing White Claw today. Oh, my God. Could you imagine, though? No laws but the claws. Last night, I had a dream that I was pregnant, and I named her Maple. It was a girl.
I like that name.
And then I was pregnant again, and I was going to name her Maud. And I was like, I don't like that, but it was short for, like it was, like, another color. And I was like, I need another M name, but I want it to be... But I don't like Maud, but then you have Maud Apatow, which is Leslie Mann and Judd Apatow's daughter. Anyways, that was crazy. But I'm not pregnant, if anybody wanted to know. So okay, all right, let's do it. Let's review Loverboy Sparkling Hard Tea and White Peach kissed with lavender. I love a lavender. Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Oh, okay, wait, I know. Okay, you don't like it, I can tell by your face, but I didn't think I liked the peach. I think I've had this before and I didn't really like it that much. Hold on.
I can't say I'm a fan.
Oh, this is not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I think it's the peach, though, for me.
Yeah, I do like the peach, surprisingly. I can't taste the lavender at all. It definitely is
No.
kissed with the lavender. Kathy,
I like the white tea part. I think it's the peach that's throwing me off. But
how
I
can
like,
you tell white tea?
I like peaches. Well, because it's the white tea, I feel like, is the first part, and the peach is like the end taste.
The notes. Kathy, what do you think?
It's okay. I can't really tell what flavor it is.
You can't tell what flavor?
No.
You can't taste the peach?
No.
Really?
And I love peach.
Do you have COVID?
No.
You can't taste anything? Okay, this isn't like my favorite. I could probably have just one. This really is not as bad as I thought. I'm going to give it a 3, though. Because I don't think I can have... One, I don't like tea that much, although you can't really taste the tea. I burped into the microphone.
I would give this
a 2.
maybe 1.75.
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
I really
Okay.
don't. I don't
Wow,
care
that's
for it at all, to be
interesting.
honest. Like I would never I would never buy that again, personally. I would like to try other flavors.
I want to really try the espresso martini one.
Yeah, I'm sure that one's
I
good.
hope it's on their website.
But I will have to say, this is probably not biased because I like peach. Like, I like peaches.
It's really peachy.
But, like, it's... You know what it is?
Tell us.
It says 0 sugar, naturally sweetened, and to me, it tastes like fake sweetener. Like
sweet
monk
low.
fruit. Or, I don't know. Or, like, stevia. I just hate
Stevia.
the,
Oh, yes.
I hate
Stevia is bad.
I hate the taste of those, and it really tastes like a fake sugar to me.
Wow, she ripped a lover boy
I
a new
know,
asshole.
I'm
How does
so
it feel, guys?
sorry.
You need some lube before that review? Okay.
I feel awful.
I know it sucks because we're like nice people and we're like hate your product. Like, you know what I mean? Like
And we're like, please work with us.
yeah, but please
We
work
don't
with
like your
us.
product.
We're
but please.
desperado. No, but
We
luckily
need some
they-
money.
Will work for seltzer. I'm dead. No, okay. I genuinely I like this. I mean, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to finish this one and yours, but I could, like, on a pool day, maybe 2 or 3 drinks in, I could drink one of these. Now, how they're all on Summer House, like chugging and like doing the shotgun of it. No, I couldn't do that. It is pretty sweet.
I was right on the money.
Oh.
Monk fruit concentrate.
Oh wow,
That's why I think I don't like it. Honestly.
monk.
I don't like monk.
Speaking of monk,
I don't like monk fruit sweetener.
are you saying monk or mung? Where are you looking?
Monk. MONK. It's in the ingredients list.
Monk fruit. What's monk fruit?
It's just like a type of sweetener, like a
Is it a fruit?
healthier.
Is it chicken or is it tuna? She's too young. She doesn't know what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, it's a plant. Is it like actually a fruit though? I think so. But yeah, I think for me the reason why I don't like it is because I just don't like monk fruit, and that's what it tastes like to me.
I think it's so crazy how crunchy you are. You're definitely gonna be a crunchy mom. Like, not an almond mom, thank God, but definitely crunchy. We all need those moms in our. I have a couple friends who are like that. Why do I attract these people?
Well, you know what? For me, I'm crunchy because I have to. Like, I've had to.
You have to be. Yeah,
because of like health issues, and I had to go through a lot of different things, like with doctors and stuff, and I had to learn a lot of different things that are in our products. Like,
yeah.
I was dairy free, gluten free.
I
Like,
have
all
a
these
funny
things,
story
right?
from this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up! I know what you're gonna say.
Daily? No,
You're already gonna make me look like a fucking bitch.
Dude,
You always do. You always make me sound way worse than because I'm always like, I don't mean to.
I know, you're so nice about it. I don't know why my impression of you is like asshole.
I know.
It's because you're so, like, I'm nice, but you're like so much nicer and sweeter than I, and I'm just like too direct. Like you have a lot of fluff, and I don't have that much fluff, so I'm like, yeah, she said that I fucking smell. Like, you know what I mean? Dude, literally this weekend, okay, bless all my friends. I'm packing. I'm moving. Hallelujah. We're moving up in the world. Taylor, no one's more excited than Taylor right now. She's like, hallelujah. But, like, we were talking. This bitch is getting a little too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And she goes, every time you wear some of my clothes, I have to rewash it because it just smells like gain. And your perfumes and all of your artificial bullshit that you put on your clothes. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to give you an allergy attack. You know what I mean? Like, you should have said something earlier. And then, go ahead.
Oh, no, I never wanted to say anything. And I even asked Arthur, I was like, I feel like that's like an awkward thing to bring up. And he's like, yeah, you don't tell people.
But at least I smell
you don't ask,
good.
They're like, you don't
I
ask
mean,
people to change their laundry detergent. I was like, I know, but the thing is like, we're together every single day. And like,
is it getting on you?
No, okay, I'm sensitive to it. Like, this
Right,
is why,
right,
this is
right.
the only reason why I bring it up. It's
Right,
because like,
right.
it affects my health.
She's like, you're slowly killing me. I'm killing the guests. Crystal's having a heat stroke. DJ was having an allergic reaction. Taylor's getting like some allergy over there. Like, oh my God, it's like people are allergic to me.
But that's the only reason why I bring it up.
But
Like,
I
wouldn't
don't- I
bring
think
it up
the
just
only
because
thing-
we're like together almost like every single day.
Okay, so when you're saying you're in my house, it bothers you.
yeah, in your house, it's the worst for me. It's because you have
The
a lot of
worst?
you have a
No,
lot
I
of
haven't
things.
done
hold on, hold on.
anything.
You have a lot of things that I've cut out of my life for health reasons, and so it makes me even more sensitive. But like you have like all the things, like not just like
And it's a small space too.
yeah, and it's not just like a few things. Like
But I don't have any. I haven't done the candles or the plugins in a while.
Yeah.
I think it's just the gain too. Like,
Well, like Downy spray, Gain.
yeah,
like,
I
you know,
do
just
love
kind of
my
all the
laundry
things.
stuff.
Yeah.
because my fear is like to smell bad, and
Yeah.
sometimes I still do. Like,
Well, because you let your laundry sit in a pile for like.
that's true. Even though it's clean,
Yeah.
and my dog doesn't help. Also, we've come to the conclusion she's
Hates women.
hates women. She's not a feminist, and she needs an exorcist. She said your apartment just has bad energy. I'm like, no, it's the four-legged furry fuck over there. Like, she needs an exorcist. Any dog exorcism, religious person available, priest or animal communicator, which I absolutely am gonna go down on TikTok rabbit hole and get that for her. I can't wait for her to talk shit, and then me just like completely deny. You know.
We need to
Sage.
sage
I
your
do.
new house
Yes.
before.
Not our new house.
I said your new
Oh.
house. Did I say our?
Yeah. You know what I think is funny though, when I do sage, not her following it around. Yeah, let me sage your ass. And then she goes like this. She's like, yeah. No, where's the demon? Get the fuck out. Get out. Anyways, we do love her, but you know. So Miami has broken up with Spring Break. I honestly think that that's good. Also, I think it's crazy that in our lifetime, Miami will be Atlantis. Like, it'll be underwater, and it'll be like a city never existed. Poor girl is drowning. I just, all of the trash, all the Spring Break, all of the booze and not bruise, but I thought the commercial was pretty funny. Like, I thought it was like, I mean, it's not comedy, but I thought it was like very clever in the sense and like how it was written. Did you watch it? You didn't watch it?
I feel like I watched it a while ago and I can't remember.
It was
what
like maybe like 2 weeks ago, because I think Spring
yeah.
Break is this week and it's almost
I
over.
can't remember what it was.
But
I just remember the premise of it, but I don't really.
yeah,
remember
they
the
were just on the beach saying like, it's not you, or it's not us, it's you. We're breaking up with you. And I thought that was like so smart. Whoever came up with that concept needs a raise. All right. Oh my gosh. In other very sad sister wives news, Garrison Brown, son of Janelle and Cody Brown, has sadly passed away due to alleged suicide. I think it's so sad. It's just so sad. You know, I was thinking too, how there's like that reality TV curse of like when you're on reality. Well, here's the thing. I think it's twofold. I think it's your relationship probably wasn't as strong and like, it was in the beginning. And then when outsiders peer into your relationship and they're like, oh, he shouldn't be doing this, narcissist, blah, blah, blah. I think it's like, oh shit, maybe they're right. But two, it's like, the curse of reality TV of like, when you allow cameras into your life, the family breaks up and everything becomes like dark and seedy because it's like, everybody's out for gains and views and money and whatever. But I'm interested to see Cody's reaction. I would be interested to see if he cried or show any emotion, which I hope he did, because Janelle loves her kids. I think it's very obvious that all of the women really love their kids. Christine really loves her kids as well, but Janelle has always fought for her kids and always put her kids first. And I think it's really apparent. Oh, I have chills. I think it's really apparent because of how close-knit her personal family is. She still talks to all of her kids. Some of them are roommates. So unfortunately, Gabe, I don't know. I know Maddie is the oldest, I think, of Janelle. And then there's Garrison, Gabe. Oh, there was like another one. But one of the brothers, Garrison and Gabe, lived together. And Garrison was the one that passed away. And Gabe came home later that day and found him. Very sad. Called 911 and everything like that. Very sad how a family is torn apart due to Cody's raging narcissism and just complete lack of empathy for his children. And just, if you've watched any of the 18 seasons of Sister Wives, you know. But my heart is with Janelle and any of the other family members that are, affected by this very, very sad tragedy. Very sad. All right. I thought this was weird. Lindsay Lohan has named Steph and Aisha Curry her son's godparents. Things could be worse. That was all that I had to say about that. I thought that was how do they even know each other? But anyways, I mean, great.
They did a movie together.
Who?
Yeah, Steph Curry's wife and
Lindsay Lohan?
Lindsay Lohan did a movie together
What
recently.
movie? Oh, the Irish. Oh, it's not out yet. Oh, I'm so excited. I have it on my Netflix list.
Irish Wish.
Irish Wish. Okay, I'm so excited. It's actually in my Netflix list. What a comeback. People are saying La Renaissance. I'm so here for that. Lindsay Lohan Renaissance. Do you get what I'm saying? Follow the... I love her, Things could have been worse, I think, than her. I don't know. I'm here for the La Renaissance. I'm here. I really liked her Christmas movie that she put out, too. People were like, it was terrible. What do you mean? It was like a normal Netflix Christmas movie. I liked it.
I never watched it, but my parents have a condo in the place that they recorded it in.
Filmed?
Yeah, filmed it in. Recorded it. That they filmed it in, and my sisters were staying at it at the time that they were filming it, so they got to watch them film it a little bit. This place in Utah. I forget what it's called.
In Utah?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it was filmed in Canada?
We saw them filming it.
Oh.
I picked them up from the condo place.
Nice. Wait, so is that hotel like where they...
It's not even a hotel. It's like condos.
Cute.
Like apartment complexes
Right.
and stuff.
God, I mean, film is like wild, right?
Yeah, they fake everything.
No, I know, but I'm like, it looked like a hotel from the outside.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I mean, like, it's
just
like
condos.
a condo complex. You
Right,
know,
right,
it's
right,
like
right.
yeah.
I mean, I personally liked it. I'll watch it again.
I still need to watch it.
It's like we have 3 versions of A Christmas Prince, 1, 2, and 3, and it's like you can never have too many cheesy Hallmark Netflix Christmas movies. I love that. So leave Lilo alone. Oh my God, speaking of Lilo, did you guys see that interview months ago of Renee Rapp and who else was the guy? And they were like, oh, we thought Lilo and Stitch.
That's literally all that was coming to mind when you said Lilo.
Lindsay Lohan, Lilo. She's the original Lilo. Oh my God. At least you guys watch Disney. I love a Disney. This is interesting. Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay, so I've been wanting to talk about this for a second. I don't know why I always say that, but okay. The Rust movie with Alec Baldwin and his whole alleged manslaughter allegation. So the Rust armorer, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, guilty of involuntary manslaughter and accidental shooting. So she pled guilty or was... hold on, let me see. I think, jurors returned a verdict after less than 3 hours of deliberations on Wednesday afternoon, which was like last week, following 2 weeks of testimony about safety lapses on set. Gutierrez was acquitted of a separate charge, tampering with evidence. She faces up to 18 months in prison, sentencing. She was the first person to stand trial, October 21st, 21, shooting on the film. Now, Alec Baldwin is set to face his own manslaughter trial in July. I know Alec Baldwin is like the craziest person alive, and he doesn't always have like the best reputation. And I know he's kind of mean and shit like that, but I don't know. I'm kind of Alec Baldwin on this side. I don't think he should be indicted or even on trial for this. This has nothing to do with him. He was handed a gun. So Gutierrez Reed, to convict on the involuntary manslaughter charges, jurors had to agree that Gutierrez Reed acted with willful disregard for safety of others, and the death was foreseeable consequences of her actions. Basically, they were saying that because she was the armorer on set and failed to confirm that there were blanks inside of the gun, she should be at fault, which I totally agree. If that is her sole job and she is handing Alec Baldwin the gun, that's like, you know what I mean? I mean, I understand, like, you know, unfortunately he was the one, I think, that pulled the trigger that unfortunately killed the director, but I just don't think that he should be on trial for manslaughter. I just don't. And I'm sorry if I'm on the wrong side of history. Let me know in the comments what you think. I know he has, you know, crazy reputation and, you know, left his daughter a crazy voicemail in the early 2000s, called her a pig or something like that. And, you know, is married to Hilaria Baldwin and didn't ask for her credentials. But I still don't think that constitutes for manslaughter. I think that's crazy. Oh my Lord. Let's get into it. The Traitors finale and reunion, bitch. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk? Let's talk. Dude, I honestly, if I was wearing makeup, I would be taking my glasses off for this conversation. Not because I don't think I'm beautiful. I just, like, you know, this content is going to live forever on the internet. What if I don't want to regret what I look like? Dude, okay, should you go first? What are your thoughts on it? You watched the finale, right?
Yeah, no. Remember we talked about it.
Right. Okay, wait. I want to hear your thoughts leading up to those key four episodes with, like, Pilot P and, like, Phaedra getting voted off and banished. Like, what
with Pete getting banished too.
Yeah. Like, those were intense, right?
I know.
I was, like, on the edge of my seat.
Okay, and this is what I talked about with you before. Let's start with Pete, because I know you were obsessed with him too.
Right.
Which also, the only thing. Okay, I'm
no, just say it. Just say it.
No.
The only thing, what?
The reunion. No. The reunion was the, like, speculation of Ekin-Su and Pilot Pete, like, having a thing.
I think they have a thing, which, justice for, like, very average men. I have to say this. If Pete wasn't on TV, I think he would just be, like, an average, like, cutie guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, he's definitely, there's, like, Ekin-Su still way out of his league.
Oh,
but
stunning.
Peter has the swagger.
He's got the
He's got the what?
I was gonna say he's got the riz.
He's got the riz, baby. I mean, Peter can get it. Like, yeah, I can.
No, and that's why he.
Yeah, and that's why he does get it.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, and that's why after The Bachelor, he still dated like 5 of them afterwards. Like, he jumped from one to the next from his season.
Oh, he dated all the girls there. What was he on?
He was on the Bachelor.
What season was he on? Well, like, who was the girl? Oh wait, no, he was the Bachelor.
He was the Bachelor.
I know he got voted off of the Bachelor or whatever because he was dating the producer for like a year and a half or 2 years. You didn't know that?
No,
Insider.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he was. That was like the whole thing. He didn't win or whatever because he was dating.
Well, but then he became the Bachelor,
right?
So.
Because he was dating the producer. Okay, so he gets voted off.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So. Yeah, let's start there.
Banished. I don't know why I keep saying voted off. Dude, by the way, this is truly the #1 show on TV. I don't know what...
Really?
What? Yes. I don't know what Vanderpump Rules PR person they have. Vanderpump Rules, #1 show on TV. No, bitch. Traitors. You have got to get Peacock. This shit is great. And they have an Australian version, which is so good that... or I've heard it's good. I'm about to start going down that rabbit hole, too. Okay, back to you.
Okay, so when he gets banished or vanished?
Banished with a B.
Banished.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt so annoyed about that.
Yeah.
Because, okay, for one, we know Trishelle ended up winning in the end with CT.
Don't even.
So
we'll
let's
get there.
Yeah, let's start with that. Pilot Pete was saying for, a long time, he knows one of the traitors has got to be, I can never say her name. Parvati.
Oh, Parvati.
Did it. I always want to say poverty.
Right. We need to have a conversation with her parents, babe.
No, apparently even like cast members kept getting her name wrong too.
Kevin from the Bling Ring was like, or not the Bling Ring, Bling Empire. What did he say? Parvati, poverty, Barvity, Bravity.
That's how I feel.
Literally,
I would be saying the same thing to her every time.
And that's coming from two gals who have unique names.
Yes,
like
and it's not.
Can't get it together.
Okay, anyways, I can go on a whole other tangent. Anyways, Pete was always like, Parvati is the traitor, and was telling everybody that. He was so,
I know what you're about to say,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was starting to agree, especially after, who was it? Dan got banned?
Yeah, Dan. Yeah. He's annoying too. We'll get there.
Yeah. But then Trishelle was like, they had their little Pete and Pal,
Peter
and the
Pals,
Peter
powwow.
Pals, little powwow, and Trishelle was like, okay, we obviously know one of the traitors is Parvati, but we also know or have a speculation that Phaedra is too,
because Dan said it at the round table,
right? And so she was like, we should be going after Phaedra and vote her off first, because we already know Parvati is the traitor, and we want to get Parvati like on our side for a second. And you knew Pete was hesitant about it, because he was like, well, we've been saying Parvati this whole time, and then now we're gonna say Phaedra. And she convinced him, but then it was like almost as if Pete was like the only one pushing for Phaedra, and it just made him look bad. And Trishelle and like the other Peter Pals weren't really pushing it as much as Pete was, and it just made him look really bad, and that's why a lot of people voted him off, because he looked
like, he did look like a traitor.
Yeah.
But only because the audience knew that he clocked all three of them. He was like, Dan, Parvati, and Phaedra are the traitors.
Yeah. Well, and he was doing like
So
the most
hot.
I feel like he was doing the most investigative work here.
Journalism.
Yeah. Like, I feel like he was the only one.
He was
like,
said, I'm not even gonna lie.
Trishelle made it
Yeah.
because of him.
Right. No, I'm not gonna lie. When he started setting those traps, I was like, my God, okay, baby. I was like, that's sexy. That brain is sexy.
So I knew he wasn't gonna win because
He
was
just
too
knew
smart.
too much. Yeah, he's too smart. And I'd take a dumbass.
But
like
I just
Trishelle
felt
to
like
win.
Trishelle was snaky.
Okay, let's
And
get
let's
to the
get to
finale.
the
the finale.
of
Okay, so if you haven't watched, I'm gonna spoil it for you. I don't care. CT and Trishelle end up winning, but the final three are MJ from Shaws of Sunset, CT, and Trishelle from The Challenge. Actually, Trishelle was they were both on Real World and then turned The Challenge. Some MTV trivia for you guys. Trishelle can suck my ass. That I don't know. It also is like anti-feminism that I wanted like CT to win, but like not Trishelle. I think CT didn't play dirty. Trishelle played dirty the whole time. Going back to what we were saying about the whole Peppermint of it all, how she immediately, because Peppermint had a slip up and a Freudian slip and said something about a traitor, and she's like, oh no, wait, I'm a faithful. And then Trishelle just honed in on her and was like, oh, we need to get you out, and like manipulated the whole situation. That felt like a setup, like by producers or whoever. Like, that was just weird. And then like literally the biggest mistake was not getting Trishelle out. She was so fucking annoying the whole season, her and Parvati, but thank God Parvati got out of there. I really wanted it to be, honestly, like, if we had to pick our final three, like, Sandra deserved to be there. MJ, I was so proud of her. I don't know that she deserved to be there, because what did she do? But
I feel like she was just a follower kind of in the background,
okay,
like
but
didn't really do much.
Yeah, but she played a good game, and if you know MJ and her personality, I think she did more than Sheree.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Like, I mean, if we have to compare the two that didn't do shit.
I just felt like Phaedra deserved more than MJ, even though Phaedra was a traitor, you know, but I think she did a really good job.
Okay, wait, Sandra, CT, and
Pete.
Pete, but I think Pete's too smart. I don't think he would have won.
No,
Like-
I think, but we're just saying like how they played the game, and this is just like what we think.
Yeah. Okay,
know,
so I think
who
okay,
deserved it?
I think my top 4, Phaedra, CT, Pete, and Sandra. I
Yeah.
think were really good.
Yeah.
And Sandra, I believe, was loyal and also strategic. Pete was loyal and set up the traps. Okay. Dan is a fucking snake in the grass. What I think is funny, because there's like another added layer to the game of like, gamers versus Bravo Labs or whatever. And then the Peter Pals, like they all made their like little alliance over like the month that they were there or whatever, which I think was like a cute added layer to this already very complicated game. Just mind blown at the producers or whoever was the showrunner who came up with this concept. Amazing concept.
I liked Peter's pals because they were all from something else. Like, and
Yes.
they didn't know each other previously.
That's true. They were kind of like the outcasts of like the group.
Yeah.
I-
But then
surprised that-
everybody else was like, oh,
Peter's pal.
yeah, Peter's pals, they're like,
I'm surprised John lasted so long. I was very proud of him. He was
I was
not
so
very.
I thought he was going to be out in the beginning.
Me too. I was gonna say I was not very promising in the beginning when Janelle was like, "Oh, you need your inhaler. You're breathing heavy. Like you were the one." No, girl. I like John at it. He played the game, especially for his age. Not that I'm an ageist, but like he played the game good. He was out there running. He came up with some eloquent and some investigative journalism as well.
People
because
trusted
he-
him.
Yeah, he is a British politician, or Parliament.
Yeah.
And anyways, so I thought John was definitely an underdog. He
Mhm.
maybe should be
in the top 4 as
yeah,
well.
MVP. Well, I don't think top 4, but maybe like, well, he was in the like top 5 or 6.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he made it pretty far.
Well, like I told you when you were asking, like, oh, what guy do you think is the last one?
Oh,
and I
yeah.
thought it was going to be John. I kind of
Oh,
forgot about
right.
CT, to be honest.
No, okay, but this is the thing that you have to remember, and you don't know about CT. CT is a fucking shark. I think as he's gotten older, and the whole situation with him and DM over 10 years ago, it'll be her 10-year anniversary coming up in November, actually, of her passing away of breast cancer at 34. If you know that whole millennial reality love story, then you know how toxic it was, and just also how like much CT has grown. And he even said at the reunion he retired, and this is like a good way to get him back out. The thing that I remembered about CT, because I was like, oh, like he is really gushy and like, castle daddy and all this stuff. But he is a leader. He's a leader. Literally the challenges, in all of the challenge, like MTV challenges, he would win every time. He's won it like 2 or 3 times. Johnny Bananas won it too. We'll get there.
Well, yeah, he was always really good at the challenges.
Because
for
that's
the
his
Traitors.
forte. He's
Yeah.
like super aggressive and like just a leader, but also like mushy on
Well,
the
even
inside.
at the end,
No,
the
I know.
last
He
challenge
carried
that they
all
had,
5 of the
he
girls,
yeah.
or 4 of the girls.
Well, I kind of felt bad for him.
I know.
because I'm like, the only reason why you guys are winning this money is
Because of
him.
The only thing I will say between like Trishelle and CT, I feel like
They're
CT,
both snakes.
Well, they're both snakes, but like CT, like CT, I guess maybe I don't really know Trishelle
But I
that
didn't
well
see-
in her game.
I didn't see that from CT though in the show. So
I guess, but that's what I'm saying.
that's
like,
why I
know
was like, I
his-
feel like I was like, oh, I feel like he deserved it because I felt he played a fair game. Whereas
No, he
Trishelle,
did
I
pay-
felt like she
I
didn't.
will say this is the most fair I feel like he's played a game. Like
Mhm.
he's usually way dirty, way more selfish. This is what I'm trying to say is that even though he was down to the final 3, him, MJ, and Trishelle, and he voted MJ out, I didn't feel as bad for him because he stayed loyal to himself the whole game and kind of stayed consistent. Does that make
And
sense?
Trishelle. He stayed loyal.
Yeah, and
to
he
her.
stayed loyal to Trishelle when Trishelle kind of backed up.
I
No,
was
but then
shook
but then she,
that Trishelle voted for him at the end.
I think that was literally when I
Do you
saw
think that was a
red,
producer thing?
Yes, because when I saw that red and MJ's reaction, I literally sat up and I said, "Oh my God, they're trying to get MJ out and split it between them two."
Yeah, that's so. I just felt so bad for her in that moment because I
was
was
so
shocked.
fucked.
I was shocked
I
because
was
I felt
shocked.
like they all knew none of them were traitors.
I just like They knew, and then I'm like, oh, this is a CT that I remember hating back in the early 2000s when he does this shit of like, I will say though, I don't think it was like as bad because he voted MJ, which he knew, but I don't know.
I think Trishelle was
a
worse
hater
for
with
voting.
Trishelle.
I think Trishelle was worse for voting for CT in the beginning. You know how they had to do it twice.
Yes.
Well, and thank God she did though. So then it was like they had to revote.
But I think
again,
that
but
honestly, MJ should have, instead of stayed with Trishelle, she should have voted CT out because I think CT would have been a great traitor, you know. But like, I think it's the most obvious choice, even though they know that he's not. When literally I saw that fire pit go red, I pissed. I was so pissed.
yeah, same.
I was
Even because
so
like MJ was
pissed.
like, "This is great. Like we got the traitor out. Now the three of us can split the money. Like no problem. Like this is great. We're gonna celebrate." And then the red fire.
And then Trishelle had the audacity to say, "Oh, why are you so mad at me, MJ? It's just a game. I'm over it." That's so
it's
fucked.
because she made it to the end and they were about to split
No,
all that money.
MJ
like
should
yeah.
hold the motherfucking grudge. She's like, I blocked both of you, as she should.
Yeah.
That no. Justice for my girl. Now, granted, I don't think MJ really should have been in the
What'd
top
she say?
three.
What'd she say in the reunion? Sorry, I
No, nothing juicy. Honestly, they were just like recapping the show and like their experience and stuff. I also thought it was kind of weird that they had a reunion, but MJ just said, like, Trishelle was like, why are you so mad at me? Like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, because you did me dirty. You all knew that all three of us were not traitors and you still voted for me. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, both of you, like, we all should have left three together and we didn't. And I agree. I agree with what she said, especially because she's Persian and they like really believe, I mean, I believe it too, karma and all that stuff. But like, it's like super cultural for them to be like, if you get your money dirty, it'll be dirty as well, and I fucking believe that. But here's the thing too, that I've really been thinking about this all weekend. The gamers only make their money off of these games. The Bravo celebrities are doing the game plus other stuff. So
whose fault is that though?
well, yeah. I'm like, you guys could have been the influencer route. I mean, they were really like OGs though. They were on TV before Bravo was even a thing. But I'm not saying I guess they don't deserve it. I just am really salty that Trishelle won. I don't know why, because she annoyed me all season. I guess I'm a hater. I'm very sorry about that, but I just don't think she deserved it. I think there were other people who played the game better, and maybe she listened more and she picked up, like, you know when like you say a joke and then no one hears it and then a guy says it and everybody laughs at the guy? That's Trishelle. Trishelle's like, oh, I heard somebody say something, but I'm just gonna say it louder so then it's my idea. Like, that's what I felt like. I don't think she had like
hate those kind of people.
I don't think she had any like original thoughts, to be honest.
No. And that, well, except for when she did Peter dirty.
Oh, but I want to go back to the Dan thing. When did she do Peter dirty? I forgot.
No, just in the sense of like switching the plan up and having him, say Phaedra instead of.
Oh, right.
I think she did that on purpose to get Peter out.
Right. No, totally. But can we go back to Dan too? Dan's like, oh, Phaedra, like we're still friends, but Dan needs to go back into retirement. That was the worst game I had ever seen in my life. Not him in the confessional being like, yeah, I came on this show to be a traitor and I cannot wait to be a traitor. Also, I can't stand his monotone bullshit. He's like, that's what I did on Big Brother. I just threw shit. And then he's like, unfortunately, normally I win, but in this case I didn't with my tactics because Phaedra is just too smart. She is, babe. She's a lawyer. She's, this is not just a pretty face. And you are doing too little, Dan. I just thought that was such a cheap shot. Honestly, in my opinion, him saying Phaedra's name at the round table was like cheating. I just feel like that was such a cheap shot. And that was so, for instance, like, let's just say, it had 10, I think it did have 10 episodes, but let's just say it had 10 episodes. And because Dan said that, now we only have 8 episodes because it kind of cheated a bit. And like, we're wrapping the game up quicker because blah, 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 blah. Like in my head. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was so fucked. I didn't like that. Dan, suck my ass. I don't like it.
He didn't play the game.
He did
well.
not play the game good at all. Oh, I don't know. I'm still thinking. I'm listening and learning and blah, blah, blah. And Peter's...
People
fuck
are
off.
like, please give us something so we don't think you're the traitor. Like, he got so many chances, and he literally just...
It's also giving fourth wall break because it's like, Dan, give us something, please.
Yeah.
So the show must go on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Dan was giving us absolutely fucking nothing. Okay, I have such a bone to pick with Dan and Trishelle. I'm sorry. Trishelle, I think I will get over eventually, but Dan, I'll never get over. I don't think I like you. I don't like you. Like, your vibe. It's just not my vibe. And not that I think that he's a bad person. It's just like some people just aren't meant for you, and I don't think Dan is meant for me.
And that's on that.
And that's on that. All right. The last couple of episodes of Love is Blind happened before the reunion, which is coming this week.
This week.
Next
On the 14th.
Tomorrow. Oh, the 14th. Okay, Wednesday.
Or
So it'll
13th.
already be... Okay,
That's
well,
Wednesday,
regardless, the reunion will be out after this episode airs. So, we'll talk about the reunion next week. 80 got left at the altar. That's shitty. Okay, but can we talk about... Did you watch it? Kathy, did you watch it?
No,
Okay,
neither
no
of
one
us
watched
watched this
Can we
season.
talk about, first of all, she was going down the aisle and Clay goes, okay, body. Not like you're beautiful. I'm crying. I'm loving my life. Okay, body. And then she goes, literally on her vowels. She goes, I just love you and I love being silly and I can be myself. She literally did that. No, that's embarrassing, babe. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. AD, I love you. I think you're so cute and bubbly, but like I can't do it. I can't do it. That was weird. That was weird. She got left at the altar. I
That's
feel like
probably why.
right. Did they not have a conversation? Because Izzy was saying that they had a conversation, him and Stacey had a conversation prior, that he's going to say yes and she's going to say no.
They weren't supposed to, though.
Oh, they weren't supposed to?
They weren't supposed to be talking at that time.
No,
said.
they had been, no. On their, like, a couple days or 48 hours, they weren't supposed to talk. But I thought a couple weeks leading up to it, he was like, or like a week before, he was like, I'm going to say yes and you're...
No, that
No?
happened. That happened when, like, the 48 hours before, when they weren't supposed to talk. And then obviously the producer, like, they, knew. So they were like, well, you still, need to go to the altar
Oh.
and convince Izzy, being like, well, you never know. Like, she could say
Oh,
yes.
right. Oh, yeah, you're so right. Like, because he was like, she told me no, but then you could change your mind at the last. Yeah, that is true. You're right. I remember. It's all coming back to me now. Clay is so cute, though. Like, honestly, he's so, like, douchey. But I think, you know what? I had been coming around to Clay. Like, I feel like he made some very valid points. And I'm like, okay, he's talking and he's not very, like, it's like lights on, no one's home. Like when he was like, what's a wedding ring? Do you remember that? Oh, you didn't see that.
watch.
I guess when they were out of the pods and they had just gotten engaged and they're, just the next episode after where they like meet and they're interacting, he goes, oh, really? What do you mean I'll wear a wedding band? Like, blah, 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 blah. It just is giving like, what is the sky? Oh, really? Is the thing in the air? Like, babe, come on. I think maybe he was just nervous. I don't know. But it just made him kind of seem like it's giving pretty boy where like you're pretty and you don't really have to work that hard, in life because like things are just handed to you because you're like pretty, but like lights on, no one's home. But also he's a entrepreneur and he has like 3 businesses. So I feel like same as Paris Hilton, same as me. I'll just put myself in that same realm. Like, come on, there are brains there. It's just, the edits or something like that. So my mind did kind of change about him. I always liked him, but I was just, oh my God, it's giving like douche. And he's trying not to cheat on her the whole time, which is very valid. And yeah, so they get to the altar. AD says yes. He says no. And she leaves with her entourage, her mom and her girls, and they're ready to fight. They're ready to throw hands. And she does give Clay's mom a hug, when she's leaving and walking down the aisle. And I will say the raw conversation between Clay's mom and Clay's dad was actually pretty necessary. The dad is like stupid. I mean, I thought that was cool. Like, if you're gonna skip the weddings, that's fine, but watch that scene between Clay's mom and Clay's dad, because I think it's really telling. And his mom is a saint and put up with way more shit than she needed to. And you know what I also really like too? So after, Clay says no, he goes back to 80's dressing room and he's like, you're the love of my life. Like, I still want to be with you. Like, I'm not rejecting you. I'm not saying no. Like, it just really showed his intelligence. And I feel like he has more emotional intelligence than he even thinks. And he really leaned into that intuition, and he's like, I'll go to therapy, I'll do this. Like, there's a lot of things that this experiment brought up that like I want, and I genuinely believed him. Like, I genuinely believed that he wanted to be better, and I appreciate that he was a stand-up guy and said, I'm not ready for marriage, but I still want to be with you, but I cannot marry you if I'm not 100% in myself, or, I still have things that I need to work on that is not going to make me the best husband. Like, I want to be the best husband for you, So I thought that was really self-aware and really cool of him to say that. So apparently they are still together. There's been Instagram leaks and TikTok leaks that they are still together. Chelsea and Jimmy are still together, it seems, or maybe they're friends. Who knows? We'll see that at the reunion. They were in Florida together, eating at the same restaurant, and their waitress took a picture of them. Here's the thing, too. I know for a fact that I saw a casting saying that we're casting for Love is Blind Denver. Apparently, the next season, season 7, is going to be DC. Season 8 is going to be Minneapolis. I don't know how to say that. And then the next one is going to be Denver. I think just season 9 in my head, right? You guys are 3 to 4 years out, and DC is already filmed and wrapped, so they've already been waiting a year. Minneapolis is already almost done filming, about to wrap, so they're going to be easily waiting 2 years, I feel like. And then Denver, if that's a thing, they're going to be waiting 3 motherfucking years. You guys, I'm a whole different person, and next week, you know what I mean? Every hour I'm listening and learning and growing. How am I going to be held to the fire of shit that happened 3 years ago? No. Netflix needs to get it together because I'm bored. Same with Selling Sunset. You guys are taking so long to put out these seasons. I'm fucking bored. I was already bored initially with Selling Sunset because it's just the most fake. I mean, I get it. People at home, they love it. Whatever. I'm hate watching it. It is what it is. But it's it came out during 2020, and the next season was literally 1 year later. It's too late. We need stuff in real time. I know you guys have it. I know you can put it out. So publish the bitch. We're sitting home on our ass wanting to watch multiple seasons of Love is Blind, Selling Sunset, all of these boring and just really cheesy Netflix shows. We will watch. Come on. Give the people what they want. Anyways, that's my thing on that. It came out this week that JVN, Jonathan Van Ness of Queer Eye, is a terror to work with, apparently. They say at least he yells once a day in a rage, and I'm like, isn't he just an Aries? I know that's not an excuse, but I'm like, is he really yelling? And then I asked Taylor, I was like, oh my god, I yell a lot, I'm animated, are people taking that very serious? And she's like, no, I think this is completely different, and you don't yell that much, you're not a terrorist, so thank god. But what were they saying? They were saying something about how he's just really awful to work with, and that Bobby quit because of it, and I thought somebody else quit.
It says he was emotionally abusive and having rage issues.
Emotionally abusive and having rage issues. Okay. He's the hairstylist, the makeover, the glam makeover. Honestly, I didn't listen to it. I guess it's still on my list to listen to, even though I know it's old. But the whole episode on Armchair Expert with them and Dax Shepard, I think kind of pertains to that as well. He's kind of a bully and ragey and everything like that. So I don't know. But did he quit? He didn't quit, right?
They called him a monster, nightmare, and demeaning.
A monster, nightmare, and demeaning. Oh my god, I hope people don't call me a nightmare.
And that
or a monster.
He would lash out at crew members and people who worked closely with him.
Yikes. And he still has a job?
It doesn't say anything about him.
Well, TBD on that. I mean, I guess we can't all get along super well with our coworkers and everything. It is what it is. Rihanna performed at the Indian billionaire's pre-wedding celebration for how much was it? 6 million? 10 million?
It was 6 or 9.
So, okay, something like that, $1 million. I would too for a check. You know what I'm saying? And a free trip to India. I'm down. I also thought this was very cute. I saw this come across social media. The billionaire, I forgot his name. The Indian billionaires. But he opened a 3,000 acre animal rescue in India. I love that.
Anant Ambani.
Anand Ambani?
Yeah, ANANT and then AMBANI.
Okay. I mean, what I also think is crazy is like the pre-wedding celebration looked like the wedding, and nobody even realized that it was a pre-wedding celebration until they were like, no, we're not getting married till like July or something. I think they're getting married in like the summer. And yeah, this was like the huge pre-wedding. I mean, Bill Gates was there and Zuckerberg was there, and I guess everybody who's everybody and all of the billionaires were there. That's crazy. I mean, I wish I could see how the other half lives for just a second. But then it like comes with so many stipulations. You know what I mean? Okay, you guys. I totally forgot to say this in the beginning. Hello. Okay, Kate Middleton put out a Mother's Day post over the weekend. People are going crazy. Okay, I was not really on the conspiracy theory bandwagon, and now I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. You know what I mean? She put out a photo that was allegedly, not even allegedly, like it is now confirmed that it was like severely photoshopped, so much so that the Associated Press has issued a kill notice. Associated Press is the most reputable publishing journalistic website company, and they issued a kill notice. A kill notice is saying that we do not, I know we issued this photo, we received it, but the source has seriously manipulated it. The source is Kensington Palace, bitch. They got the photo straight up from Kensington Palace. The source, and then they said the source has no comment, which is a comment. You know what I'm saying? People were also saying that that this is so serious that the Associated Press has issued a kill notice. It's like a Cat 5 hurricane. Like it is like a huge deal. And then this morning on Twitter, I saw, it was like, dude, I have to read you this. This is straight up from allegedly, you know, Kate and William's Twitter account, Kensington Royal. Hold on, let me see. Or not Twitter, sorry, X. The Prince and Princess of Wales is verified on X. Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion. The family photograph the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a happy Mother's Day. C for Catherine. Babe, what do you mean you put out a Twitter statement? Everybody was like, a quick video of her saying that, you know, I'm fine, everything like this, like would be okay. And she's not doing a video. Now, I still believe that she had abdominal surgery. Some people are saying that she had a, what's it called? Not a colossal bag. What's it called? Where you have your intestines out and you have to have the bag to help you go to the restroom. Some people were speculating that. Some people, also, hello, in this photo, she wasn't wearing her ring. Not only was she not wearing her ring, the photo was like allegedly photoshopped from back in with George and Catherine or Princess Kate from back in like December or November of 2023, one of her last charity events, like working royal events. And the sweater that she's wearing in the photo, it was white and they photoshopped it to navy. Charlotte's skirt is messed up. Kate's left hand or right hand is blurry. Her left hand doesn't have, the sapphire diamond on it. Louis' hands are weird. George is missing a foot. Like there's like a lot going on. And the Associated Press was like, absolutely fucking not. We redact this. Like we do not endorse this photo. Wild. Okay, so now I'm on board. I know I'm late as a self-proclaimed royalist. I am now on board with the conspiracy theories. Like what is going on? Now, do I think that she probably still is, you know, recovering from surgery? Yeah. I don't know that she's having issues. Like, I don't know if it's like a divorce situation that people are speculating. I think she really is ill, and maybe she wanted to just have a photo on Mother's Day to say like, hey, I'm good. And they photoshopped it because, I don't know, she probably looks like shit recovering from whatever surgery she had. And she wasn't like camera ready and didn't want to like, you know, have like a real time photo with her kids. You know, something we all post something from months ago, but the Photoshop of it all is kind of crazy. And also, like, is she stating from that X post that she photoshopped it herself? That's kind of crazy. I don't know. So where is Kate? I cannot wait for Easter to get here. I cannot wait for Easter to get here. Where is our baby girl? She needs to be seen in the public. Okay, Jay Shetty is in the media lately. Basically, people are calling him a fraud. He was doing an interview with Esquire magazine, and I thought it was Vulture.
He wasn't doing it, or
So he was getting interviewed, and the journalist is the one that sold the story of like, I'm not publishing this. I'm actually doing a different story and going somewhere else because you're a fraud and the people need to know.
it said that he was commissioned to write a profile for Esquire, and then when he found out all this stuff, he published it in The Guardian.
The journalist.
Yes.
So what did he find out? You went down this rabbit hole.
The first time a YouTuber outed him, Nicole Arbor, in 2019, and he was basically stealing quotes from other like philosophers and everything and claiming it.
Wait, could you imagine being like, well-behaved women rarely make history, but it's like Marilyn Monroe allegedly, and it's like Raya Hensler. Like, could you imagine though? That's
Yeah.
so, or like I invented electricity, Benjamin Franklin, but it's like Jay Shetty.
Yeah, so he claimed them to be his own, and then after the video got published, he removed like hundreds of posts off of his page. The journalist that published the article, he found out that Shetty was lying about like his age, just giving different numbers every time he tells the story.
Okay, Nara Smith.
And then the legal team confirmed that he was actually like 19 or 20 when like these stories happened.
So, okay, because he was a monk, and you
Yeah.
said that, so when he was 19 or 20, he went to monk school?
Yes.
And then, but what is he saying? He
He's
went at
saying
like
he was
28?
he's like, I was 18, 21, 22, like a different number every time.
But he was really 19
Yeah.
at monk school. And then you said he was doing YouTube from monk school.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I thought you couldn't talk being a monk. That's why I personally could never be a monk. I can barely not talk for like 2 seconds. I have so many thoughts.
Yeah, so first someone he allegedly dated said his monk stint was outside of London and not in Mumbai like he stated. And then during his course doing the monk stuff, he was filming YouTube videos, and then his associates would see him in sweatpants more than robes.
Wait, where was he born? Was he born in London?
I'm not sure.
Is it giving like London and you're like, no, I'm from India? Like you just want to like connect with your culture, which I get. You know what is blaring at me? The last time he was born in London?
Yeah.
The last time me and Taylor went to the mall, which was like a couple weeks ago, him and his wife have a Gap ad. And I remember passing it and I was like, oh, Jay Shetty and his wife have like a Gap ad because it's like piercing. They're beautiful people. It's giving siblings or dating. But I'm just like thinking about that. Like, is Gap going to pull the ad? Anyways, okay, so I'm just thinking about that. And then at first when I saw this story, I was like, okay, so he lied about his credentials. For whatever reason, I care about everybody else and not Jay Shetty. Maybe I am like a beautyist and I'm like, okay, they're beautiful people. They should be able to get a pass. I don't know. But like, I didn't think the story was like that deep. I just thought he kind of lied about like one thing and now people are like trying to cancel him as cancel culture does. But apparently, yeah, it's deeper than that. So, okay, so what else? So then
Oh, and then they said he wasn't actually encouraged in his studies because when he rejoined civilization, he couldn't tell you who the prime minister was.
wait, so in monk school, they like basically banish you like in Batman when Christian Bale goes and becomes a monk, but then they also are like, just in case, here's current events.
Yeah, I guess because like you're supposed to allegedly be studying, and if you're studying, you should know who the prime minister is.
But I thought you're studying to become like a spiritual leader.
I don't know.
A spiritual leader should know who their competition are.
Oh, and then the courses that he provides for the 7,000.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he has a list of like universities that are affiliated with the teaching and everything, but none of the universities claim to be doing that.
It's just another case of an MLM. I don't believe in like coaching, to be honest with you.
It just sounds like he's a pathological lie. You know, just like
Yeah.
making stuff up as he goes to make himself look good.
Right.
Which is just kind of
Fucked
I mean,
up.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, if you're, you know, what makes him different from being a cult leader or the Twin Flame Facebook group? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is any different? You're spending money and you're trying to do all of this, and you know, I think I am a little tipsy. Oh my God, lover boy, lover girl. Anyways.
Wait.
Yeah, no, I am. I only had some chia seeds. Good God. Anyways, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I think it's just crazy because of like how well known he is within the
Mental
and
health
wellness,
community.
like
Oh.
community, and like how many great guests he's had
Right.
and all of that. I mean, like that's great that he's provided a platform for those guests and
Right.
whatnot. But to also like claim a bunch of things as your own when they're actually
They're
from
not.
other people,
Right.
It's just
Wait, what did you say his new podcast title is today?
It's not the title, but the episode's about how to stop caring.
Stop. That's the biggest fuck you if I've ever seen it.
I was just like,
How to stop caring and still join my cult.
right, how to be delusional.
Yeah, literally. Like,
Truly, that's what
it's
he
not
played
me, it's
in.
them. Like,
He played in the Delulu world. Like he was like, "Oh, this is me."
no accountability whatsoever. He's like, oh, fuck off. The last thing I have is the Erika Jayne lawsuit that we did a bunch of info on last week, and I didn't get to it. So Erika Jayne lawsuit, I didn't get to it last week. Just time ran out. But she's in the news again, and she has a new documentary coming out that dropped recently, I believe. What's it called?
Bet it all on Blonde.
Bet it all on Blonde. Okay. She is allegedly getting sued for $18 million by her former costume designer. So he claims that he had an Amex on file and that, you know, she wanted all of these custom costumes. And she's like, yeah, just charge the card on file, had sent her invoices, yada, 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 racked it up to over $700,000. And Tom Girardi, this is like, I guess, pre-divorce and pre-other lawsuits that she was in or whatever that got not acquitted, but they dropped against her. Tom Girardi allegedly had a Secret Service agent friend that he helped back in the day. And as a bribe, he paid the Secret Service agent $7,500 that he repped in a civil case. That's how he met him, to call American Express and say that these charges are fraud. This person is fraudulently charging my wife. These need to be reversed. Amex refunded $787,000 to the Amex, and he only had to pay, ended up having to pay like $200,000. I put $700 million. That's so crazy. That definitely $700,000. My bad. So this happened in like 2008, and I think the designer ended up getting charges against him for credit card fraud, charging services that were not delivered, et cetera, et cetera. And he got indicted for it, and it hurt him for, you know, adopting and everything like that, because you can't have a record if you're adopting, which I think is crazy because you can have a record and have your own child, but whatever. But he's seeking $18 million in damages for getting indicted for fraud in 2017 and was unable to adopt due to the allegations. So he's suing Erika Jayne for $18 million. That's fucked up. And I hope that he wins because he has all of the receipts, proof, timeline. It's there. So I think that should be dropped from his record for sure. I mean, not cool. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode for the Weekend at Bernie's featuring Coffee Meets Vodka and Raya Hensler. Please rate, subscribe, share with your friends. Please, please, please rate and review on Apple, Spotify, anywhere you get podcasts, YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at coffee.meets.vodka, YouTube, Coffee Meets Vodka. Listen anywhere you get podcasts, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.